blockages within us, you know what I'm saying? Whether it is psychologically or otherwise, you know what I'm saying? And we need to work on those problems, right? Each one of us, because we can't keep on doing the same thing. We can't keep on doing as our fathers did and not dream of doing anything else. We need to be dreaming. We need to be dreaming about doing something greater, not only for ourselves as individuals, but for our families, for the children of the future, for our people in the future. You know what I'm saying? Not this past couple of years, there's been so much change and it's not over. It's not done yet, right? It is not done yet, right? So in the beginning of this Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple America Islam, Circle 7, there's a picture, if you have one, there's a picture of the Prophet, right? It says it right here. Noble Jolly, founder of the Moorish Science Temple America, the Prophet and founder of the Moorish Science Temple America, trading his temple ways. And then on the page behind that, we have Sultan Abdul Aziz Ubu Suad, the descendant of Hagar, now the head of the holy city of Mecca. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't even see it. But this is the Arab, right? So Prophet said the Arabs are not allowed to teach, right? We are not to follow their ways in Islam, right? So if you see the Prophet, this it's kind of see-through, but you can see the Prophet. Let me see if I can get this. Prophet, his head is right here, and then his hand is over his mouth when you hold it up to light. That means that, you know, they are not to teach Moorish Americans. We're to follow our own ways, because if you know genealogy, right, and you know where the Arabs came from, they're a descendant of Hagar. Now, if you know the great fathers and the great mothers, right, you know that Hagar was Sarah, Abraham, right? Right. So Hagar was Father Abraham. He had Sarah. She was too old to bear children, so Sarah said, "Take my handmaid Hagar and bear children." And through Hagar, he bared a child, and through Sarah, he bared a child, right? But Hagar got ran off for whatever reason. I'm not gonna go into that, but they're both Abraham's children. But anyways, so so the Arabs are descendants of Hagar, right? Whereas our people, the other, are a different lineage, different genealogy. So they are known as the upholders of the Islamic creed. While our people have been in a state of sleep, we call it sleep, right? Amnesia, or where our people have not known themselves, they've held up the Islamic creed, right? You can go to any like Islamic country and you'll see that this is normal, right? This is completely normal for a woman to wear a hijab, or to wear the face covering or the veil. This is completely normal, right? For women can wear the veil whenever they want. For men usually only wear a veil when they're sick, right? So this is part of our culture, is that the way that we dress. And it can be very, new, to somebody who's never seen it before. It can look very different. But once you open up your eyes and you have the eyes to see, this will look normal to you. You see somebody with this on out there, you're like, yo, brother, sister, versus like nowadays, most people, when they see this, they're just like in shock. They don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But in like Saudi Arabia or somewhere like that, you'll see that this is normal for women. They have it where like your whole face is covered, and you know what I'm saying? I would do that right here, right now in the video, but I don't want to like be too out there. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of, I don't want to like scare anybody off, because people see this kind of stuff and immediately they get scared. They don't know, you just so different. It's like literally all I did was put on a headscarf and a veil and a turban. Like, yes, I have hair under here. Yes, I have everything that a woman has under here. Like, it's not a big deal. It doesn't change who I am. You know what I'm saying? This is just representative of who I am, I guess you can say, right? This is just my culture, right? Too many times are we giving away our culture, you know what I'm saying? Giving away ourselves to the lower self because it's, it looks so satisfying, it looks so tasty, it looks so scrumptious, the distractions and the flash bangs that they have over here. And so when we, look at them, we're like, yeah, you can't be on two sides. There's only two things in the world. Either you're with the ways of the world or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it takes big change sometimes for people to wake up and know what's going on around them. You know what I'm saying? Shake off that old stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. Don't stoop down to nobody's level. If you have me in your life, like, I'm gonna be there for you 10 out of 10. Help you out along the way wherever that you need. Call me up on the phone. Let me know what you need if you have my number. I'm gonna give it to you real. You know what I'm saying? So many times people complain about stuff that, a lot of stuff in life is not worth complaining about. If you're going through a real problem though, I know what's up. Hit me up. I'm gonna give you the best advice that I can give you. And my best advice is always gonna be something like, be yourself, study yourself. You know better, then do better. You're not supposed to be eating like that. You know what kind of effects that has in the long term. You know that mucus comes from cows. You know all that stuff. Dairy comes from cows. And in the dairy is the mucus and the pus. And pus is foreign to your body. And mucus is foreign to your body. And that's why that stuff gets to your body. And that stuff can make you sick. Alcohol is bad for you. Why don't you ask me, like, hey, do you know about some natural alcohol? I will say yes. You know what I'm saying? Cigarettes with all the tar and chemicals and crap is bad for you. You know what I'm saying? Get up on the natural cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? There's natural everything in this world. There's you know what I'm saying? Get on the natural body products. You want to wear makeup. Some of that makeup, I'm not going to lie to you, it has feces in it. You look up some of the ingredients on the back of there. You don't even read ingredients and stuff because you just used to being a consumer, just buying it. Read the ingredients on the back of the cereal box. Read the ingredients on the back of this, on the back of that. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself up on what you're eating, what you're putting on your body. You know what I'm saying? That way you won't have to have no kind of mystery about it. You know what I'm saying? They want you to take a vaccine out here. Look up the ingredients in the vaccine. Know what you're putting in your body. You know what I'm saying? Look up the side effects. You know what I'm saying? In our culture, we don't even let people, it's not in our culture to, let people stick us with needles and stuff. Because we're naturalists, you know what I'm saying? Medicine was created, and it's good, you know what I'm saying? It's good for what it's good for. But some people use it unnecessarily, and that's where the problems start to arise, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let's get this injection, get that injection, and put this in you, put that on you. You depressed, take this and take that. And it's like, all that's gonna, cause a flare up eventually. Let it go. Take that natural medicine. Try something new. Don't be afraid to try something new. Moorish science, it might look new, on the surface because our people are so deaf, dumb, and blind, right? Unconscious of the fact that they're Moors, that they had a name before slavery, that they didn't just descend out of huts and tents in the dusty, Africa, Sahara, but that they were actually rich, illustrious, ruled civilization, enhanced civilization, made some of the biggest advancements in civilization, even in slavery, right? Even in slavery, they still, our race is so strong that it actually built civilization while in slavery. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have eyes to see because people will lie to you. You know what I'm saying? The devil will try to trick you, try to deceive you, try to keep you from knowing what you need to know, try to keep you stuck, stagnant, and passive. You know what I'm saying? Keep you timid. All that. Like you need to bust out of all that, free up, and free yourself. No matter what. No matter who's doing what over here, no matter who's saying this about you, who's saying that about you, you know what I'm saying? If people really love you, they're going to be like, I support you no matter what you're doing. As long as you're doing something good, I support you. If you want to better yourself, you think that this is the way, I applaud you. You know what I'm saying? If somebody has something negative to say, somebody has something down, you better leave them alone. You better leave them in the dust. When they call, you better not answer. Because all they got is some drama or some negativity or some weirdo type of stuff going on. And you don't want none of that in your life, right? To me, it's better to have, friends that know the truth than friends that are just fake as, ever. You know what I'm saying? Who just live in falsehood. And that's how it goes. That's just how it goes. You gotta have friends that are with you in the study of self. You know what I'm saying? The people that you surround yourself should be with you in Moorish science. Know about Prophet Noble Drew, know about the Moorish Science Temple of America. If they're with you, then guess what? That's what y'all gonna be on together. Y'all gonna be on some, super conscious stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be naturals. Y'all gonna do everything, right? But they're not with you. They're gonna try to convince you to do stuff, and there ain't gonna be no goodness behind it, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I smoked DMT, and going to Akasha and stuff like that, that was probably the coolest thing that I ever did. Opened my eyes up really wide to the spirit world, you know what I'm saying? Being able to see that and seeing, life from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual people do stuff, like ayahuasca and stuff like that with a spiritual purpose. Not just, oh, let's go do this and let's just go wild out. And there ain't no real purpose behind it. You know what I'm saying? You just, same thing day in, day out. Day in, day out. Day in, day out. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual people, they're going to always be, talking. As soon as they're talking, a trove of treasures is poured out before you. You know what I'm saying? You're learning something. Something is put on your mind that you can rotate on, that you can think, that you can use to build up yourself in the study of self. Because you got a soul to save, right? You got a spirit to save, right? If your spirit is not saved, then your spirit can pretty much be taken anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Spirit can be kidnapped, taken over if you ain't got, the study of self. But you keep your eyes open no matter what. You always know what's going on. Then don't worry about anything. You know what I'm saying? You pray to God. You study self. You study the higher self. If you have judgment placed upon you, look back and see where you messed up. Because the only way that you can move forward is to look at where you messed up and then fix it. That's the only way you're going to be able to move forward, is looking back at the past, seeing where you messed up at. You know what? Praying for forgiveness, you know what I'm saying? And then showing that you can do what's right. You can do what's being asked of you. You know what I'm saying? Spirit is like that. Spirit will ask you to do stuff. And this is, to me, this is the purpose of life. Like, I give my life to this. Straight up. Prophet said, imitate I, the prophet. Right? It's not, oh, let's just pray and pray our sins away. It's like, be a good person. Give your life to, a good purpose. And then in the end, shall everything be all right. You know what I'm saying? Not just run around, do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what life, it doesn't forbid you, right? You can do whatever you want to do. But will you have consequences? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you're little, you get a spanking. It's the same thing when you get older. If you don't learn how to listen now, you know what I'm saying? You're going to keep on stepping in the dog food, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that this lesson has been good for you all. I hope that you got something out of it, because at the end of the day, this is more science. This is a study of self. And I try to touch on, whatever it is that needs to be touched on. And if if anybody's out there watching the videos, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to leave feedback. You know, if you're real, feel free to show support. You know, feel free to extend your love. Okay, so October 17th, 1928, a warning from the prophet to be read in every meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must put an end to all radical and agitating speech while on their jobs, homes, or on the public street. Advocate peace and not destruction. Stop trying out your cards with the Europeans, for it causes confusion. There has been much confusion caused by members trying out their cards. The cards are for your salvation. Failure of obeying my orders will be of severe consequence. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members that seek to hold malicious feeling toward the temple or the prophet or to violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive the reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors must obey the laws laid down to them by their prophet, and if they lose confidence in their prophet, give up wearing Islam, give up your card and button, cease wearing your turban or fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you, for this is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Jali, and if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet is sending out a divine plea to all true Moorish Americans that they may do their part in protecting their prophet and their temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways. Peace, Noble Jali. October 28th, 1928, to be proclaimed in every meeting, Islam. I am glad to know that I have a few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There is a host of jealousy about me and the movement now, but the same people on our side of the nation that claim that it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for the earthly salvation as American citizens, they are working everything that they can to disqualify me so that they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that tribute to the movement and uplifting funds, the ones that paid their divine respect to me and the movement, will be remembered. That is why I am calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance, and I need it badly. Never before have I needed finance so badly as I do at present, so I can shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my fame and nobility. The nations of the world will not recognize the movement without I, the prophet, being head. That has been proven by my works which I have performed in the past few years. I'll rise and face the east. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day. Through his holy prophet, Noble Jali, Aman, Islam. Islam, peace and love. I will be making a video on Sunday.